all stars. This is like a celebrity performance. We're not here for work. Did I get it? Hello again, everybody. Today I'm super excited to show you a new collection that I've come across at Mr. Price. They have a makeup range called Scarlet and they've just outdone themselves. Of course they had me at the pink thing, and this is not just a bow tie that I've thought goes with my dress, because it doesn't, but this is a lovely soft hairband which you can use to put your hair back when you're putting your makeup on. So this is the first piece of the watermelon collection that I got. I'll be using it to tie my hair back shortly, but let me show you what else I got. Here it comes. Oh my gosh, 5 makeup brushes, all the useful ones. And I mean, did you notice they are luminous pink, like a highlighter? So you have your big brushes, which are fun and soft, and you'll see this one is angled, and you can use that for buffing your concealer, your blusher, anything that you just need to blend a bit. Okay, big one, also at an angle. I'll use this for contouring my face. It'll go up and down the sides very nicely to blend that in, because nobody wants stripes on their face. We are not zebras, even though we live in South Africa. And then the eye work brushes. Now, these are 3 of my favorite, because this middle one, flat one, is used to pack on color nicely, and the fluffy one used for blending, and the pencil brush nice for doing the inside of your eye, and also if you're highlighting under your brow, just something a bit more precision. And we'll get to use those first with another star of the show. I mean, they're all stars. This is like a celebrity performance. Here it is, an eyeshadow palette. What is a collection without a palette? Yes. And it also is watermelon themed. It was 80 rand. And brace yourself, for it is juicy. I've stuck the shade names up here so that we can see the shades in all their glory. We have 9, and 2 of them are fairly shimmery, 1 is less shimmery, and the rest are mattes. So this is really nice because we have our juicy summer colors, but we also have some work appropriate ones for those of us that are less daring, or when we just don't feel like looking like we have fruit on our faces. So we've got a nice pale shade here, and one of the shimmers is a lovely gold, just to add a bit of drama to your work time look, because inherently we are all dramatic. So a great all-rounder based on the colors. We'll see how it performs using the brushes. Now, because I just want to use this palette, I'm going to try and use all the colors on my face, even as a bronzer, so that I can just test out the colors and the brushes, see how they work. So I don't want to use any other branded products. What I also picked up, which is not part of the watermelon collection, is a Scarlet retractable eyeliner. Now this was only $25.99, and it has a wonderful sharp point, and there's just so much product. I don't want to do it all the way in case it jinxes it and it falls off, but you get so much. So if this really works well, then what a bargain. Okay, so let's get started. Headband on. We're already looking adorable before the makeup, but makeup is important. Right, so I'm going to start by putting more of a neutral color on just to prime the eye. And I've already put some foundation on, which is not a Scarlet Hill product, but a good one nonetheless. So the eye is primed with something for the eyeshadow to stick on, so you can use whatever you want. So I'm using this middle shade here, dabbing the blending brush in so we can get it all over. And already we're seeing a fair pigment because I didn't put a lot on the brush. I don't want a super brown eye, just to have a neutral shade on there to get us started. So this is the shade So Hot. Yay! Now already this is quite a neutral look for work. You might want to just continue adding some definition with the darker one and some highlight in the corner of your eye, and then you're pretty sorted for work. So you see, this is why I'm saying it's such a versatile palette, because you have all these colors. But of course, we're not here for work. We are here to look juicy and dramatic, because a luminous pink makeup brush, what else can you do with that? So I'm going to keep using our blending brush and get a little more dramatic with this one called Feisty. Now of course, on my skin tone, orange is not usually very flattering, but it is fun if it's done in the right way. It is pigmented. Do not doubt this. So we are looking pretty juicy already with our orange eyeshadow, and this is not even the most orange. Of course, I want the shimmer as well. I'm going to provide some definition in the corners with our packing brush, our flat brush that packs on color. So I'm going to start just with the lighter brown because I don't know how dark it's going to get. Okay, not very dark. But I'm going to do the same on the other side, so we at least have equality. Okay, so let us dare to use our darker brown. Also going to pack it on. Putting it into my crease for some definition. So that is all going to get blended out, so it might look a bit uneven now. Taking that brown that was still on the brush and bringing it down here. Someone like me that has a super hooded eye, all that eyeshadow is just going to disappear when you open your eyes. So you need to try and have this uplifting effect by joining it, so it looks like everything is going up and doesn't draw attention to your skin that's hanging down. So far these are soft and they do pick up product, as you can see. And the packing brush does what it's told. So we're getting almost a sunset effect. Here I am mixing my metaphors. It's supposed to be fruity, but I'm using the sunset. Okay, blending that out a bit with my blending brush. This is quite a big brush, so this is not for precision work, but it'll get your colors together quite well. So I want to put some color on the inside and over here. So I'm gonna try also the other reddish shade. It's called Lush, and it is quite sparkly. Don't know how much of the sparkle you can see. Just gonna rub my finger in it instead. Ooh, look at that. And put it on here to get more of that shine coming out. The consistency of the eyeshadow, it is quite powdery, it's quite hard in the pan. It's not your buttery ones. But it does have a lot of pigment. I think red must be really difficult to make. And still have it look flattering, like you're not a patient from a hospital that has very red eyes. I mean, especially now, you don't want that. Going in with the brown again to match this up a bit more, make it darker. This does help really to pack pigment on. And I'll clean this line up soon. Okay, that's blended out a lot better. Just to make there be less of a contrast between my very pale skin and this orange, I'll take the shade Bossy over here. It's more of a paler coral color, it's not so orange. And I'm gonna blend the top. Okay, this is quite a lot of eyeshadow. It's very orange. But just keep blending. Makeup version of Finding Nemo. Just keep blending. And some of the lighter shade Sassy also to help blend that out a bit. Already we see it's getting less intense. Okay, as someone with a hooded eye, I've gone up really far. I think I would remove some of this. I think when your eyes are hooded, don't use a dirty finger to take it off. I think as someone with a hooded eye, I tend to go so high close to my eyebrows with color because so much of it disappears when you're blending it upwards. So there's that temptation to go all the way up there, but we can rebalance it. So here's a disclaimer. Remember, if you've come for a tutorial with a perfect influencer that knows exactly how to do makeup, this is the wrong channel. I am the everyday woman who is playing with makeup, who is not a professional, trying out products and seeing if they're worth buying. Okay, so I'm bound to occasionally look like a zombie. So since we've put so much red over here, I'm going to go back and add a bit of brown with my finger to make it a bit darker. And now with your finger, I mean, obviously your finger picks up all the product that you could possibly want, which helps to give you some definition. So often it does work better than a brush. But we're going to blend it out some more. Right, so to balance all the red, I'm going to again take my finger, because I'm using a glitter which is Goddess. It is aptly named. This is more buttery. It's coming out nicely. Consistency of that is nice. Oh, you see, everything is better with glitter. Now you could probably put some concealer on to cover the red before you put the gold on, cutting the crease as it is called, but that seemed like a pain and we're winging it here, so that can be the next attempt. Okay, so immediately that's gone from like sick patient with bright red eyes to classier sunset look, because you've got this blended orangey coral shades, and some gold as well. But here are the colors that I've used on with my fingers, and they're pretty pigmented. So again, blending everything. The gold definitely makes it look less orange, but we still have that glowing, juicy effect for summer. And the brown on the ends gives it some definition. So I'm going to tidy it up a bit and put some eyeliner on. Also the Scarlet Hill product. Okay, so now I super look like I've been on holiday. Let me finish this off with a nude lip. What I have here is the Libello lip oil, in the shade Dress Nude. And I've picked it because I have so much other color on my face, and the rule of thumb, of course, is not to wear color on your eyes and your lips. This is a nude lip oil that is hopefully not going to make my face too much pinker than it already is. Here's our little applicator. Oh no. So to sum up what we know about the Mr. Price Watermelon collection, the palette is a great all-rounder, and you can use it on your eyes, you can use it as a bronzer, even darker if you have darker skin, and I mean there's highlight shades, and we've got this beautiful middle shade which you can use as a highlighter. As we can see, it's buildable. It can start out looking really subtle, but if you are extra, like some of us, you can build it up to looking pretty glowy. So this is a goodie. I mean, I was a little skeptical with it coming from a chain store, but it did well. As long as you blend out everything, then you'll be fine and it won't look too scary. But that just means it's pigmented, which is what you want in a palette, okay? I can't stop looking at it. It's so beautiful. Brushes, the verdict on those. Well, of course, it was love at first sight. But they are not the best performing brushes I've ever used. But I've got some really high-end brushes, so they really, they are the useful ones, and they do their job. Okay, they might require a little more work for blending, and this one is quite big, but we know that if your packing brush, this one, is not doing as well as you had hoped, you can always go in with your pencil brush and that pack it on. Otherwise, we know for shimmers, fingers are best. Even your high-end brushes, don't pack them on that well. Okay, but blender brush worked pretty hard to blend. And our huge face brushes are great. We see how much product they distributed around my face. A lot. And they're very soft. They're angled perfectly to get in the crevices. So these are a good buy. I would say if you're starting out, this is a perfect set to get because it has everything you would need. And yeah, they're beautiful. The eyeliner also has performed well. I mean, it's been hard at first, but I think with a bit of warmth and a bit of use, cracking that top layer off, it's gonna be good. So we are yet to see how waterproof it is. It doesn't claim to be, but it goes on well. It has stayed on, it hasn't smudged. So we'll see. All in all, I would say I'm so happy with the watermelon collection. It was not a waste of money at all. These shades are amazing and the brushes are beautiful, and the headband, I mean, how could you not? This is like the best 40 rand you'll spend. It's so cute. But please remember to like this video and subscribe if you'd like to see more content of me buggering around with makeup and letting you know if it's a good idea to buy it. For this set, it's really a plus, and I'd go out there if you want some budget-friendly makeup, especially if you're looking into getting these orangey shades to play around with and you don't know if it's going to suit you. So bye for now. Have fun.